Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Shadow Gambit the Cursed Crew, where today we wrap up Teresa's mission, I feel, and complete the third of our captain's tests. It's a long one. Let's see how it goes.
I have transported the Confessor to Gran Alcazar.
Now, we don't have his luxury of walking around unmolested. Make sure we are not disturbed. Then I will speak to him and begin the rite. In theory, we will visit 3 beacons across Gran Alcazar to conclude the rite.
And in practice?
No cursed has ever walked the Maiden's Path. Whatever happens, will happen. Now, choose our landing, before I regret this.
So maybe we will still visit 3 beacons as one would traditionally. Are they all going to be in the vicinity? Are we going to go from there to there? And then up to there and there? I mean, that middle bit seems very unguarded, all told. Apart from that Udex. I mean, it just makes sense to come in at Pilgrim's Landing, I think. We've done it before. But it makes sense. We could come in at Servants' Pier, though, just for a bit of variety. But it's already a long mission. Should we be faffing around by coming in at a different point just for the lols? Heck with it, I'm doing it. Now, Teresa's obviously in. I'm thinking Pincus and Quentin, you know.
Good. My memoirs were getting stale.
It doesn't give us a fast killer, but Quentin can lure people into unguarded spots where Pincus can then take them over, which is good. And Teresa can shoot people, and then Pincus can just waltz in and collect the soul bolt. Yeah, let's do it.
Once more onto the breach. Carry on.
Now, where are you looking? Nowhere in particular. Can we all sneak our way in there? Yeah, we can. And then maybe we get a bit of
for no
Anybody
one.
seen my
Except us.
servants?
Pincus on the go.
You really get in there, don't you, Von Presswald?
Do I see?
And then we'll turn out the light.
It's no maiden's fire, but it
The
still must
fire
burn.
Because
hungers for
we-
us.
it can't
Move
hurt,
from
can
this
it?
place.
Now.
My chest is off limits.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that again.
Oswald, at your service.
There is a Udex paying attention to us,
The
unfortunately.
treasures of another's flesh.
Do we have
But
here?
no one's
shall
going to deal
move
with that
from this
lantern.
place.
Now, is anyone paying attention to the Udex? I feel like the
Teresa,
answer is no.
Ready to serve. Let's get a better view. I am a better shot.
What's the delay here? The impertinence.
Now,
Stick
One less soul to taste.
yeah, Pincus can do the killing there. Because why not?
This will ruin my coat. Less trouble for everyone.
Oops. Scoop him up, please. Good lad. Now, that leaves what? 2 more dudes?
Such hassle.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just let that guy sit on the floor. And then
I'll hold on to what is mine.
Quentin, you can take care of that
Verdict
one.
is clear.
Don't sell me short.
Now. May as well turn off every torch we can find.
Strange.
It is strange, isn't it?
Much
You know what else is strange?
Festivity so exhausting.
Getting shanked. Get into the water with you. Now, yeah, that's about it for the effective range of this guard, I think. Although he can get up there, kinda, but how can he do it from down here? The answer is he can't, really, Because there's no way into that Eudex's tower. You can get into that one, but again, you can't do it from down here. Next step will be getting the soul bolt
For
back.
desperate times.
And we may as well
At your
bin this Eudex. Is anyone watching this guy? Seems no. So we may as well become him.
You really get in there, don't you, Von Presswald?
Do I see? Well now.
And then everyone notices that that gets turned off. Oh, there is an acolyte there. Okay. So that doesn't really help.
Such brute method. Of course.
Is anyone actually watching that guy? It appears not.
I thought so.
So exhausting.
Good.
I feel strange.
My
So
chest
no one's
is
stopping
off
these two
limits.
from coming in either, are they?
If there is value, it's mine.
You two go in the door. No? Why is it not allowing them to? Is it because I've got them
Still
both
breathing.
selected?
Still sane.
No, it's saying Teresa can't go in that door. So is that a door for acolytes
Is it
only?
shiny?
Maybe. Pincus
Why
can
are
still go
you
through there.
today?
Good. Although he can also possibly come up here and deal with this guy. Because who's watching this guy? Not that Eudex.
I'll do it. Less trouble for everyone.
Precious maiden.
Ah, there's another Eudex. Okay.
Try again.
So that ain't gonna work. Quentin,
I will draw them.
can you
Finders
please
keepers,
throw your skull
Right.
up there? Yes, good. Now, Pincus, can you use your
A
coin
bit of change.
to turn that guy around?
Curious sound.
Now, do you not see down there? Okay. That's a shame. It's too low down. New plan then is
Any
get Quentin. Let's see. Yeah, let's get Quentin over here.
Do you have a pinch?
Let's get Teresa
Still breathing.
over here.
Still sane.
Now, if she
One body,
fires,
one life.
no one else nearby is really going to hear
I
it,
send you my
are they?
result. My verdict is
Quentin,
final.
Better than
Can you
wanting.
please hook up
It's
that
a deal
body? Yeah, you can. Good.
Better part of me.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, good. We got back in time. So that's another lad down.
Keep it for a rainy day, Marley.
If you shank that guy there, he's just out of range of that guy. But then again, let's think.
It will be dealt with.
Yeah, we should be able to just deal with these guys, I think, if we time it right.
Golden opportunity.
Who? That bauble is not worth my attention.
If there is value, it's mine.
Right, so you're going to come back here and then you're going to talk to that
Maiden
guy.
firms the heart.
And
I'll
then when you
trade
turn
for your
away,
life. Will it yield ready to fire? Landed a heavy one.
good. So that's whittled
An
down
offer
these
I
numbers.
can't refuse.
And now there's nothing really stopping Pincus from just shanking this
What do we
one.
have here? It's no maiden's fire, but it still must burn.
Ein Schwert.
Torch.
Such hassy.
Good. Oh yeah, I forgot. I've upgraded Pincus, haven't I? So he can actually take over Commissarius if we need to.
I cast
I'll try and remember that. In case it becomes relevant at some point in this mission.
a deal to
I mean, it could have
remember.
become relevant there, because I could have taken over that guy and extended my range a bit. But alas. Yeah, I don't understand why this door is not open to Quentin and
Sell
Teresa.
me short.
But it is vexing why it isn't. Be nice to take that guy, but can't do that with the Eudex over there. And that Eudex is probably being watched by a bunch of people. Yeah. Is that Eudex watching anyone? Not really. Well, not being watched by anyone.
The fire hungers for us.
So it'd be good to take them
crimes
out
is
sooner rather than later. I mean, that Udex is only being watched by that one, right?
Let fate be our judge.
So what if Teresa sneaks over here? I mean, what if she sneaks over here without
Unleash the bait.
getting caught? Oh yeah, she can't because we can't climb up there. There's no climbing points. You can drop down, but you can't climb up. So she'd have to get over to there. Right, I suppose one thing that Pincus could do is turn off that torch. Yeah, Pincus on nighttime missions, turning off torches is just a menace.
Breathing.
Is anyone actually
Still
watching this
sane.
guy? I don't think so.
Iron judgment.
Good, so we can take that guy out. Although again,
I see what
maybe
you
I
see.
should have... Yeah,
Unleash.
instead of taking that guy out, let's hop out of our host.
I have to get a new coat anyway.
And let's become the commissarius.
Such a tragic life.
Cool, now we can make progress into this area. We don't even need to worry about this big bit for now. So I've just made life more difficult than I needed to in general around here. Although now it should be easier because we're expected to come in from over there. And now we're sneaking up from behind.
40.
It's generally better. Quentin, park yourself over there, please. Are you guys
Island in the storm.
looking? Yeah, that guy can see up here.
My golden sign.
But you can't see that because even though it lights up, it's still on too high a level, I guess. Very well.
Like tasting wine. And offer a cup. Another kind of bait.
So maybe we try the
Have the
conch.
new orders for supplies.
Who is Arthur? See if you can't hear that.
Although... There's also the ability to climb up there. What if we threw our skull into that little green patch that that guy can see?
My head is loose. Nobody takes what's mine.
Well now.
Are they both seeing it? Yeah, they are. Okay.
Don't sell me short. Will it ready to fire? Golden opportunity.
No. What if we throw it there, actually?
Oh.
Yeah. Both of you come over.
If there is value, it's mine.
Good. Job done.
Tough customer. Another kind of bait. No escape.
And then we'll
from our bait.
hook them in,
Line and sinker.
just to get rid of them. Pincus can get a bit further. That has eliminated everyone who Pincus could take over without leaving his bod, but that's probably fine. Because now we should just be able to lure people in.
Anything shiny? I can smell gold already.
Okay, that guy can't see that because,
Tight lines.
again, even though it's lit
Ready to
up,
fire.
he's apparently having difficulty with it. Yeah, we can lure people into Quentin, into Pincus's current range, and then he can deal with them.
Got a good head in my chest.
Like we can turn off torches, for example. And then that will bring over a guy.
Who will I taste this time?
Curses.
Just stay patient.
Okay. But we could combo things, couldn't we? Let's think. Or we could just time it better. Who was watching? Was it you? Okay. But that guy... Yeah, he does kind of see over there. Is anyone really watching that guy?
Teresa, ready to serve. Tria Cuervos, I am your executioner.
This soul.
Yeah, okay. Well, then maybe if I time it better, we can shoot that guy.
Justice is hard. I am your executioner.
Yeah, good. So that guy's out,
A record of the past.
which means that we can turn off this torch. And you're the only one who sees us do so, right? So you come over to fix it,
Let's peruse some wonders.
and we get a new victim.
Indulge in yourself, von Preswald.
Cool.
Anything shiny? It's a deal then.
Now that one
Reel 'em in.
can bugger off. And let's get the crew into
Still
cover
breathing.
just in case.
Still.
You are watching that torch. But you're not really watching this guy.
Achtung! So exhausted.
So we can pop him in a bush. Good, that's everything cleaned up. Teresa's got her bolt back. Now,
I'm much one less soul to waste.
could have probably taken over
I'd
that
rather
guy.
behead a bottle with this, of course.
But that would just be for cleaning up some outer guys, which I don't think we need to worry about. We
The
should now
White
be good.
Crow stands ready. Confessor,
Ah, Teresa, there you are. Is it just me, or have things gone strangely quiet around here?
I haven't noticed. Shall we begin?
Of course. Let me see if I remember the words. Dearest maiden, mother of flame, who suffers for us eternally to keep the darkness at bay. Today, her child Teresa has come to walk in your arduous footsteps. This humble confessor will aid her on her path. He will hear her regrets and ease her suffering. Step forward, Teresa.
Maiden, I come to you bare and helpless as you were when you found the fire. May the flames reveal the darkness of my soul. Maiden, help me.
Okay, what's that
In
done
the
for us?
name of the maiden, I judge thee guilty.
Oh, bugger.
I cleanse my doubts with fire. I am reborn.
Oh wait, no, these are shadows of Teresa.
Well, well. What is this now?
Teresa? Is everything all right?
Yes, Confessor. It has just been a long time.
Well, if you think you can carry on, shall we head to the next beacon?
Go ahead. I will rejoin you shortly. Marley, what are these shadows?
The fire has destabilized your cursed soul. It has manifested echoes from your past.
They must be destroyed. I can feel it. I must use my power. Fire! A bolt for your skull. From nothing she lifted me. From weakness she shaped me. I am her humble servant. Ah, yes.
Well,
I
taking these
remember
out
the
shouldn't be too
foolish girl
difficult.
I once was. That's what we all were. Fools, lamenting that we'd been thrust into this terrible lost Caribbean. Until the maiden discovered the fire and became our beacon. From corruption she shielded me. From darkness she spared me. Her fire lights my path. After years of futile struggle against the cursed, the fire became our salvation. We reveled in its power, ignorant of the horrors it would make us into. Even before we lost the Maiden's guidance, we had already doomed ourselves. Let us continue to the next beacon. Our friend is waiting.
Okay, so next beacon is up near the middle bit. The Beacon of Judgment. Doesn't look as though there's much in our way.
I knew this would come.
We'll see if that's actually the case.
Change in position.
So we've got this middle bit. Yeah, we've got that Udex who's watching quite a big area.
I'm surprised surprised you still remember all this, Dagmar.
How could I forget? I was there from the start. I saw the maiden temper our strength, liberate the poor and oppressed. I followed her call to the first Burga Magna, eager to drive back the curse. I witnessed the Spanish envoys take all we'd built and throw it into the fire. Dicho y hecho.
Do we need to take out this Eudex?
Filed for review.
Well, they're out of range.
Once more unto the breach. With kind regards.
But now they're not. But now they're kind of out of sight line. But if we stand here,
My verdict
then we can
is
take them
final.
out. Good. Was that necessary?
Von Pressfire.
Not sure. Oh heck. Someone's coming down because they've spotted the pod.
This soul will do its own.
Curses. Right, so
Try again.
I feel like they wouldn't put this Eudex here unless it was our job to take it down. Let's see. So where was that? That was that Belgard. So he wanders off over there. Goes for quite the little stroll. And then he comes back.
Who would I taste?
That guy's actually outside of the Eudex, so that's good. Cool. So now Quentin can actually get pretty close. Now, where's that Belgard? He's just strolling about there.
Still breathing. I am a better shot.
He'll bite. It's a deal then.
Good. Eudex down. Necessary? Probably not. Fun? Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. Now, there's the Confessor. So how do we attack this area? Because we've not been here before. Pincus can come into this
That must
area.
be the objective.
The beacon of judgment. The second of 3 steps on the maiden's path.
If there is
Somehow I
value,
expected there to
it's
be
mine.
more.
The main path includes only 3. Revelation, judgment, and suffering.
Well, at least we won't be here all day.
Not convinced about that, Aethir.
I can smell
Depends how
gold
difficult
already.
this section is. Oh, pish, we got drew the wrong guy.
Come, fishy fishy.
Yoink.
Ready to fire. My head.
Now, let's
is
try that again.
loose.
Let's plonk it there.
Finders keepers. Right.
We'll
treasure
draw in
fishing.
those two.
Strange.
But we are also going to draw that guy in again, aren't we?
Ugh, dirty work.
So this ain't going to work.
Careful, the host.
Piss. I mean, that might have worked, actually.
We will negotiate it once more.
But there's a better way.
Somehow I expected there to be more.
An offer
The main
I
path
can't
includes only
refuse.
3.
Then we just deal with this one.
Revelation, judgment, and suffering.
Well, at least we won't be here all day.
And now we plonk that there. We bring in old Pincus.
Oh,
And now that's these two. In they come. Now,
To taste the soul of another.
Pincus can take over that one. Whilst Quentin attacks and kills that one.
Will it yield? Ready to fire.
No, because why didn't that work?
Just stay patient. The rod reaches far. If there is value, ready to fire.
Right, so there's people over there, you see. So that's why that didn't
They
work.
can't resist.
is that?
Okay, so that's not going to work either, because Pincus can't reach that far.
Let's tackle it again.
Is that?
So, who saw my shenanigans there? That guy did. But, I mean, they should be out of range, right?
To taste the soul of another.
It looks like they should be out of range.
Will it yield? Cold. Ready to fire.
Good.
The line is sturdy. Cursed day. Don't sell me short.
Okay, so that did work. It's just a matter of
I'll take that.
executing
The
it
White
correctly.
Crow stands ready.
Now old Pincus has
Treasure
My
this
chest
moment,
is
my
off
got a
limits.
new range, which includes those two guys. However, this is
Careful,
probably a job for
negotiators.
Quentin.
No one cheats death. Another kind of bad.
So another guy down. Now, Pincus. Oh no, there are two more. Okay. So, yeah, same sort of thing again, I guess. No. Although, yeah, Pincus can just deal with this guy, right?
Ah, let's take another view. Anything shiny?
And that guy can go in the chest.
I'll hold
Could
on.
have just carried into a bush at that point. But I didn't.
I
And then, yeah, let's extend our range again.
It's a treasure. Let's reel it in. Good catch. Nobody takes what's mine.
Good. I thought there'd be a badge for feeding the chest, and we are
Yes,
making
sir.
progress on it.
Para servir.
Now, let's chat to our friend again. Now that nobody's around.
Thank you for waiting, Confessor.
Oh, it is no trouble at all. I am enjoying not being questioned for once. Now, shall we continue? Dearest maiden, bringer of fire, who has been judged in our name, Teresa has begun to walk the difficult journey of your life. Her past has been revealed so that she may be judged as you were before us.
Maiden, I give myself to the judgment of the fire. May it test the conviction of my soul. And should I be found wanting, let it consume me.
Are we sure this isn't a terrible idea?
No, we're not.
She burned for us. She freed us all.
Why are they over there?
Could not stop it. Maiden, help me.
Why are there
I
three of the
must not
buggers?
waver. Her fire will guide us.
Jeez.
Teresa, have you weathered the storm?
I need another moment. Go ahead without me.
Are you certain? Let me call an apothecary.
I am fine. Thank you. Now please, before I embarrass myself further.
Sharpshooter, I can feel your soul weaken with each shadow that appears.
The Maiden's path is never easy. A bolt for each, just like the last time. I will rot before I let the fire get the
Right,
better
so
of me.
we can stand up here. Is this going to allow us to reach any of them? I don't think it will.
I can help if you let me.
A record of the past.
So we are going to need to get closer.
Conviction of a prognosticator.
Are there any other high spots we can reach? I mean, there's one up there,
Guide us. Her fire provides.
and that'll allow us to hit that one. At the very least, maybe not the other two. Where were the other two exactly? Okay, so somewhere near that Udex might be a good spot to snipe them. Somewhere up here, perhaps.
Judgment is at hand.
So yeah, taking out that Udex over there was probably a good idea.
Let fate
All
be our
told.
judge.
Now, can we reach all three from here?
No mercy given.
We can certainly reach this one.
Could anyone I watch her go with her accusers. I see her sentenced by false charges. Her word denies us retribution. The old world saw us breaking away and sent a tribunal to bring us back into the fold. They saw the maiden as a threat and concocted a false trial to remove her from power. We would have fought to the last for her, but she would not have it. Our swords were not meant for the living, she said.
An offer I can't refuse.
Okay, so is that why
You threw your
Teresa
hand, you
was
captured a memory mark.
captured and punished? Now, where's that cannon pointing? And can we play with it? Seems not. That's a real shame.
My qualities are needed.
I would have liked to play with that cannon. But alas. So this is some sort of armory. What's stopping us from just climbing up there and grabbing that Eudex?
Shoot with the conviction of a prognosticator.
The answer, of course, is the other Eudex. And we shot our bolt, literally, by using it on that shadow. Which may have not been a great idea. But then these two Eudices are viewing one another, so I guess we wouldn't have had a lot of choice. Step 1 is the hard part, which is find a way in.
Do not waste blessed ground.
Once we're in, and Pincus has claimed someone, then life will be a lot better. What's the range of Quentin's conch? Not far enough. But you could throw it over there, perhaps.
It's a deal then.
Let's think. Yep, you walk over there. Now,
No one resisted
Quentin,
the ruckus.
3 conch there,
I can smell
and then
gold
sneak
already.
away.
Having is better than wanting.
What madness is this? Strange.
Ah, right, so that patroller I didn't realise had actually stopped.
Have a moment in time.
Otherwise, that plan would have worked just fine.
Am I seeing things?
Now,
Indulging yourself, von Presval?
Golden greetings.
let's scoop up that conch because it's rather annoying. Now, Pincus can stroll over and potentially just take out this guy.
I need new scenery.
And chuck that one in a door.
Playing pretend as usual.
Cool. Now, is anyone stopping us from just shanking that commie?
Flame.
Okay, so
Not
those
worth my
guys
attention.
were watching briefly, but now they're not.
One less soul to taste.
Any coin? The rod reaches far.
Good.
Lights out.
Now, maybe we take over Prognostica.
I thought
A slap on
I testify.
And now we're a proggy.
Treasure.
Blurs the past.
Cool. What abilities do we have?
Catch them all, eh, Quentin?
Right of attempted excision, so we can freeze a guard. It's highly suspicious. But we can do it. That's the main thing. We can sneak up here as well. That's something we can do. Oh, piss. Okay, so Teresa probably doesn't want to be on the edge of that roof whilst we're monkeying with lamps.
I spy.
It's mildly suspicious, but no one's too bothered.
Otra ronda.
Do not waste
Cool.
blessed ground.
Now, Pincus can't quite reach over there with this character. And the last one is up there. So I guess we clear out as much as we can with Pincus.
You'll never reach my rank like this.
Now, what if we shank that guy whilst Teresa fires distracting ash at that one? Will that work for us?
Done.
Does everyone like this plan?
Let the future come.
No, because we can't kill quickly enough.
unleash.
Very well.
Cursed would love
But then, maybe we just change up the plan and Teresa just straight up shoots that one. Will anyone mind? I think, yeah.
Once more unto the
Yeah, that guy minds. Okay. That's not going to work. Get rid of these Eudex might be tricky, to be honest. There is the alternative, which is
Don't sell me short.
Quentin pops up.
Emeralds.
when we do the old shoot this guy and then immediately pick them up with Quentin.
My chest is awfully...
A nice ball.
So,
Justice is harsh. For desperate times.
good.
Burned for us. She freed us all.
The line is sturdy. Let the fire catch, Quentin.
Lovely. Now then,
You threw your net and captured a memory mine.
which way do we go?
Provides.
Do we work our way around to this one next?
She's
I think we do.
the
So how close can we get with old Pincus?
maiden, help me. Is this your justice?
Okay, so we do have a Custodes down there. But that guy is not quite in range. That Custodes is going to be spotted by that guy, right? Unless, maybe, Pincus comes over and has a chat with that Commissarius.
I wonder. The Inquisitor. You haven't
Lest your mind be consumed.
Or maybe he just doesn't care. Oh no, he couldn't quite see the Custodes. Okay. Jolly good.
I'll hold on to what is mine.
Now, Quentin. We still don't want to leave that Custodes body lying around because other people might see it. Unless we can't actually put them in a chest, which is possible. Okay, but we've cleared out most of these lads now.
to taste the soul
stand
of
ready.
another.
Yeah, but so we'll just take over that guy.
An unparalleled sense of self-importance here. Very inspiring.
And then we'll pop those guys in hiding. Good. Now we're advancing a bit closer to where we might want to be. Can we just get up there now with Pincus? We can. Good. So, where's Teresa?
What they deserve.
Maiden, help me. Stand.
Okay, I don't know what that badge is
No
for,
mercy given.
but that's fine.
I've seen it happen.
So Teresa can get up onto this rooftop, and from here she should be able to shoot both of her last two targets.
With kind regards.
I watch the pyre from the crowd. I see the fire light the straw. Her eyes look skyward as she burns.
The tribunal sentenced the maiden to be burned at the stake. Fire would be her executioner. A cruel gesture, no doubt intended to break our spirits forever. If only they had known the consequences of their folly.
Stick them with the pointy end. Such
Okay. Can we get away with that? I hope so, because I've saved it. Yep, looks like we can. And then we can come down and take over this acolyte just to get a bit of range. And now Teresa can just shoot this last one.
Ready to serve. Changing position.
Watch the fire leave her frame. I see her adversaries burn. My throat is raw with exultation.
It was a miracle. The fire leapt from her burning body, engulfing her accusers. The Gawkers fled in panic, but the devout of us stayed, witnessing the dawn of a new age. And through all of it, she remained on the pyre, still looking skyward, still burning. And so she burns to this day. The shadows are scattered. Onwards, to the cathedral.
Onwards to the cathedral.
Once more onto the beach.
Best not forget.
Okay, so the final part of this mission
Filed
then
for review.
is onwards to the cathedral, I guess. So we're going back that way. But we do still need to collect Teresa's ash. How are we going to do that? No. You?
Hello.
Good. Okay, that works. But is this good enough?
I will draw their last breath.
Can we get away with this? No, Prognostica spots it there, so that's not going to work. There's a ladder there, though. So we can get that down, that's cool. That allows us to find new spots that we can reach, so... Let's see. Pincus, come up top here. Because I don't think anyone's really looking over here. Unless that patrol comes by at the wrong point, which it looks like they're not going to.
It's a trick, an offer I can't refuse.
Is anyone really watching this, Udex? Is that Proggy watching them? Not
I'd
really.
rather behead a bottle with this knife. One less soul to taste.
Golden greetings. Tight lines.
So let's feed the chest some more. And then I think Pincus can now probably just do what we want. Which is get up top.
The cursed would laugh at you.
Although... No, he needs to get up that ladder because he can't climb vines in this form. Where's his radius? Oh. Hello. I think we accidentally left his radius and so he just popped out. So yeah, it's not really changed a lot. I don't think then. Taking over that guy. What happens if we turn off this torch?
I know this.
And this torch. Not a lot, because he can still see pretty well. But then that guy comes up.
Anything shiny?
Maybe we can then distract that guy with a conch.
But it still must burn.
Curious
I
sound.
shall ignore this impertinent interruption.
Yeah, you go and explore that.
I stay here as I have like tasting wine.
I'm not sure if this has made it any easier for us.
Aesthetically, I'd call that an improvement.
Having is better than wanting. Another kind of bait. No,
It's moved us slightly. And it's taken out a guy, so it's not the end of the world.
What do we have?
I did not see the fire die.
But it
The
still
design
must burn.
requires
I
me
shall
here.
not move from this
Okay, so
place.
that's lured in just
No
the
torch
kindred.
can be without the flame.
Because I guess it only lures in one person. They don't all rush over.
Cursed would laugh.
Now, can we get Quentin up onto this building? Because then he could... Well, I mean, that would solve our problems, wouldn't it? Maybe we get Quentin in this hedge. And then from there, what can his conch do?
treasure out of my arsenal.
You can get someone over here, but that kindred can see over here, no trouble. So it doesn't really help. We can't take down the kindred.
Shoot with the conviction of a prognostica.
There's nowhere else around where we can do much. Unless, of course, we deal with this acolyte, which I've only just spotted.
It would be ashamed. Again.
But in order to do that, we'd need to leave this body.
Well, smoking right. Let's change perspective.
Is this going to work?
I'm
Good.
unimpressed.
Something.
Okay, we don't need to worry about where that
You'll never reach
guy's
my
going,
rank
because
like
we've
this.
achieved our goal. Good. Now,
Better part of me.
that took far more faffing than I expected, but our goal now is to get over to the cathedral, so let's see. So we just need to wait until this patrol buggers off,
A little souvenir.
An offer I can't refuse.
and then that's these two over here, and then we get them over here. Oh no we don't, we get Quentin over here. We get Pincus back in the bush, and he drops his body, and then when the patrol's gone past again, then we get Pincus over here.
This one is special.
You must.
I'm really loving Pincus. I don't...
Aim with the
He's not as
eyes of a
powerful as some of the others. Like, Selady's the most powerful character, I feel. But But Pincus is the most interesting. Now, there's no ladders we can knock down, unfortunately. But those two can't see particularly far. And our goal is in here, isn't it? Yes, good. Right.
Any coin?
Yeah, this is somewhere we've been before.
Diamonds,
This is the bit where we had to deal with Ignatia, I
I
think.
still see it in my nightmares. The maiden set ablaze. I was there in the crowd. I could have done something to end her pain, but of course I didn't. And so she continues to burn.
Yeah.
100 years of suffering. Where's the justice in that?
So Teresa was there when the maiden burned.
again and again.
And she felt the injustice of the whole situation, and that's why she's all about justice now.
What is that? No. That
I, or whatever it is they say.
Let us talk of something else.
Okay, so yeah, that guy can't be lured because he's chatting to a commissaries.
Ready to fire.
Very well. They could probably both be mercs, though.
Memory after memory. Such a tragic life. If there is value, it's mine.
Yep, it's good enough. Now, let's turn off that torch.
Is that?
Now, you're the only one who's going to come over and deal with it.
So exhausting.
Oh, strange.
Piss. I didn't realise that Bellegarde was going to come quite so far over.
Unleash the bait. Finders keepers.
So we'll just do all that again. That Bellegarde's going to walk a fair distance then. Is anyone even going to spot us just shanking him?
Trouble for everyone.
And then this guy should be no trouble now.
Pitiful creatures. So exhausting.
Excellent. Because that guy apparently...
Eyes on the prize, everybody.
The final step on the maiden's path.
is a bit ignorant of that torch.
The beacon of suffering.
Charming name.
The maiden suffers eternally to keep the fire alive. It is the ultimate act of devotion.
Ever imagined a world where Blackbeard had doused that flame?
I've lost the taste for fantasies. Now let us clear the final beacon.
I will draw them. It's a deal then.
Yeah, we'll lure you in, I think.
Strange.
The fact that you don't patrol very far means you're always pretty much in earshot of this guy,
Stick the
which is
floor, of course.
not what we want. So Pincus can get another kill. And then does he give back his skull?
I
No.
cast protection. Another kind
There
of
we go.
bait.
We can pickpocket.
One less soul to taste.
That's another straightforward one. And what awaits us? Oh, again, that's a guy who I probably should have possessed. Keep forgetting that that's the thing that we should be doing
Another pair
frequently.
of eyes might do the trick. Such a tragic life.
Because that gives us quite a bit more range, which is just lovely. Now, what do we do next? Those spiky walls means that guy won't look down here, even if a coin is thrown. So we can't lure him with
Got a good head in my
a skull.
chest.
Don't think we can lure him with a conch either. No.
Golden opportunity. It will be done.
Because yeah, if we chuck that there and then come up with the coin, just to demonstrate, it was a thing you could do a lot in Shadow Tactics. You'd throw Hayato's rock to turn people round, and then you'd lure them in with Mugen's sake.
Huh? What?
But yeah, it's too far down. He doesn't see
They all
it.
seek my riches. Ready to fire.
Now that prognosticator has a pretty good view
It's a
over
deal.
there,
The golden side.
Oh?
but you can't see there. Good, so we can advance further in still.
I need new scenery. Don't sell me short.
And we can feed the chest once again.
I'll take that. Diamonds, rubies,
We're not using Teresa very much on this mission.
treasured memories.
But that's just because it's too fun to use. Old Pincus.
Will it yield coin?
Do we have here? Maiden's
Yeah, you don't
grace
care.
is all I
Good.
need. Ha, that's just changed.
You will care.
Stone.
And you'll go on over.
Like tasting wine.
And then hopefully Quentin has time to
Nobody takes what's mine.
lure that guy. Nope, we lured the wrong guy. We didn't lure the guy who was knocked out. Otherwise that plan would have worked
Negotiate it
just
once
fine.
more. My golden side.
Right, turn around please. Commie.
Who will I taste this time? My chest is off limits.
Grand.
Day.
We advance further in.
It's a deal. Another
Whilst Teresa, I don't know, sits in a hedge
The
somewhere, I
white crow
guess.
stands ready.
Now, that torch is unlit. Did I do that? I think those torches were just generally unlit.
There's only one language they understand.
These two aren't watching that commie.
I'll hold on to what is mine.
That Kindred can't quite see. Probably can't quite hear either. Let's see.
Such brute, such hassle.
Yeah, that works.
Do I say it's no maiden's fire?
Okay, so that
It
turns
still
that off,
mustn't
but
burn.
then...
It will all make sense.
Yeah.
You'll see.
But that's okay, because what we do now is we bring up old Teresa.
Teresa,
And now we can get a double kill over
once
here.
more onto the breach. One
So
bolt, one
you
life.
shoot that guy, and Pincus, you take over that guy. Excellent. Now, I don't think we need to, but we could take out the Kindred just because. Let's just chat with this guy.
Confessor,
I was beginning to worry. Are you certain you wish to continue?
I've never been more ready.
Very well. Kneel, Teresa. Holy maiden, hallowed be thy suffering. I bring to you, Teresa, whose faults have been revealed and judged.
Maiden, I am ready to bear your pain. Through your anguish I will be cleansed. Through your eternal agony I will...
Teresa?
Damn it all! Why put me through this torture? As if I hadn't suffered enough. She was everything to me, and they took her away and I did nothing. And now she suffers forever because of this parasite, this damned fire. Ah! Traitor!
Shadows everywhere.
Betrayer!
Yeah.
Failure!
This mission's going to go on a bit longer then, I feel.
What's going on?
Her soul was thrown into chaos. If she doesn't fight her shadows, we may lose her for good.
You hear that, White Crow? Get shooting.
I'm tired. Perhaps this was always my fate.
You've been in tight spots before. You're the bloody White Crow. Act like it.
Cheeky little runt. Very well. Once more onto the breach.
Indeed.
I am the maiden's judgment. My sight reaches far. My gaze reveals the curse.
Okay. Now, next step then.
I can help if you let me.
Thank you, Marley.
Memory.
Next step. Let's take over that Kindred.
Scenery.
And let's shoot that Kindred.
My honor, pass on, my honor. Let us be whole again.
Failure!
Cool. Now, Quentin, do your thing. May as well turn off the torches.
Betrayer!
And now
You did nothing.
we need to deal with these things before they
Failure.
drive
Betrayer.
her insane. Let's get that one first.
That's one shadow down.
Her bolt has returned on its own. She can shoot again.
Oh, okay.
Traitor.
The maiden's teachings guide my shot. Her light illuminates my soul.
You make you
She
Okay, so
is
she can
my
just
beacon
shoot
in
them
the
all.
darkness. She
That's
is
good.
my island in the sea.
To see the world with different eyes.
Oops. Didn't realise there was a
Restored.
guy there.
Betrayer.
Yeah, you are being watched. Okay.
Failure.
But you can be lured.
Nothing.
Yep. Thank you, Marley. Yeah, we're just going to work our way in with Pincus.
Betrayer. Let it happen. Nothing. You made her.
To see the world with different
Betrayer. Let it happen. You made her.
Okay, and now that we're in,
Nothing.
I don't think anyone's stopping us from taking this guy now.
My power grows.
Another pair of eyes might do the trick.
Betrayer. You made her suffer.
So that should allow
She
Teresa to
is my
shoot these.
beacon in the darkness. She is my island in the sea.
Her soul is at a critical point.
We're getting there.
Keep it up, White Crow.
In her name I judge the wretches, the foul, the evil, and the cursed.
I stand ready.
Now, let's take over that guy.
Let it happen.
Oops. Didn't mean to pick them up. Just meant to take them over. Right, so there we go. We're back to where we were. There's only one left.
Judge
But
the
we don't want to set
wretches,
any
the
alarms
foul,
off.
the
So
evil and the cursed.
let's send up Pincus. And let's also send up Quentin, I guess. And whilst they're both being stabbed,
By her law, I
Blam.
separate the wicked from the just, the sinners from the devout.
oh, is there more? Oh yeah, there's one over there. Okay.
And thus, through my blood and tears and unyielding faith, Teresa.
Oh, there's another one somewhere.
I ease the suffering of this world.
Yeah, you do. She's good.
Ship, how does my soul fare?
It has stabilized. Even better. It seems invigorated.
Teresa?
Okay, I guess we'll chat with our confessor chum again.
Confessor?
I'm not sure what happened. Forgive me, but I have bungled the rite.
It is quite all right.
Bungled.
We are
No,
finished
you haven't.
here.
You concluded the rite yourself. Marvelous.
Come, you look pale. Why not sit down for a moment?
He's a good guy.
This is where we part ways, I presume.
You have my thanks. I know it couldn't have been easy.
Oh, I had a jolly good time. Doubly so considering I was traveling
I
with the
thought he knew it all
So
along.
you knew?
It wasn't hard to figure out. But when you approached me, I admit, I was quite intrigued.
That's not all, is it? You aren't truly blind, either.
Yeah, called that.
Technically, no. Though I feel my corruption is quite harmless.
Look at us. Two damned souls chatting away in the maiden's hallowed house.
Do you think she minds? The world has changed much since her time.
I think she weeps for what her inquisition has become.
She might. But if wretches like us still carry her light, perhaps all is not lost.
Farewell, Confessor. I hope you find your own way in these strange times. We are done here.
Yeah, he's a good
To the
lad.
exit.
That cheeky priest. I like his guts.
smoking
Now,
right.
Let's leave that corpse. Well, it's not a corpse, but it's probably not alive anymore. Is it better to be alive or not if you're in Quentin's chest? It's probably not great in there. So dead might be better. I mean, if our guys are anything to go by, dead's actually pretty cool.
The future calls.
Now, to the tear.
Earned ourselves a few cups after that.
So, Hopeless Apprentice. Take control of the head blacksmith with Pincus, then use the cannon to get rid of his apprentice. Did we do that? I don't recall using any cannons successfully, but I'll take it. And a few more explorer badges. Beating the chest, so we've done 50. More than 50 now, really. And we're making some progress on a lot of objectives. But that was indeed a big long mission. I could have made it easier by starting over there. To be sure, that cost us like 5 or 10 minutes probably. Yeah, it says there, it took about 12 minutes or so to actually get into this section. So I made it harder than I needed to, but that's kind of always been a trademark of mine, I feel. Through stubbornness or ignorance or one thing or another, I generally make things harder than they have to be. It's half the fun sometimes. That's what I tell myself anyway. And then that last section was fairly straightforward in that cathedral area. Definitely easier than it was when bloody Ignatia was hanging around there in an earlier mission. And then pow pow pow, shadows all go down. Job's a good one. So Pincus with his 19 kills and his 46% time played is probably the MVP there. Teresa didn't do much, she just did the important bits, but she left the rest up to her chums.
It is done. I have walked the maiden's path. The mirror should be satisfied. Let fate be our judge.
It should, Teresa. Let's go and speak to it, shall we?
The mirror awaits. Ready?
Naturally.
Approach then, sharpshooter.
Mordecai, your mirror witnessed my soul, and I passed its test. I hate what my Inquisition has become, and deep down, I hated myself for allowing it to happen. But the past is what shapes us. The only true way is forward, and your test has rekindled hope in my heart.
Excellent. Mission accomplished then. You win again, Mirror.
It is done. I'll go roost on the main mast again. If you ever fancy a chat, you know where to find me. I'll even throw in a smoke.
Very kind.
You're free, Navigator. I have a few things to say.
Now, let's converse with the Marley once more.
Is razor sharp.
See what she's got to say
Where did all
about the
rum
Time
go,
Child.
huh?
Please, I abhor the unrefined stuff.
Navigator, I have rethought my goals regarding the treasure.
Oh yeah.
The captain was never shackled by the past. It is time I learned from his example. When we find the Time Soul, I will do my best to...
Marley?
Something's wrong. It's her. I have to go.
Oh god, not again. Ignatia again, surely.
Marley, what's going on here? You.
Why not? What if I ask really nicely?
God.
None of us
Okay, back to the head.
servants able
Oh, we could chat with Teresa. We haven't got time for that now. We've got a head to chat to. And then we need to wrap up this long-ass episode.
Where are you, Ignatia?
Pitiful soul. Did you really think I'd simply remain your idle captive?
I kind of
I
hoped.
found a little helper to carry me into the Marley's depths. Soon, I will be reunited with my true self and grant her all the knowledge I have discovered.
Hope it wasn't
Not
Estelle.
if I can help it.
I mean, Estelle would have been instructed not to move.
Virgilio, I need you right now.
Calmatevi, signora. I await you at the usual spot.
Bloody hell, when will this drama end so I can wrap up? I mean, it's good to see you, Virgilio.
I must say, things are getting quite interesting.
Spare me. I have to get to Ignatia.
My. You're growing a bit too reliant on my service.
Oh, come on, we've only asked for your help like
One
3 or 4
last time,
times.
Virgilio. For me.
I am too easily swayed. Andiamo.
Good work, Jester. Jester?
Is that you, Navigator? I don't know how you got here, but I need your help. Come now.
Gripes.
And
It was
that's
Estelle. How did you get fooled by a head, Estelle?
Estelle, what are you doing down here?
She was under Ignatius' control and carried the captain's head down here. I already broke the spell. Come.
I thought you were smarter than that. But also, do I believe what the Mali just said, or is this all just part of Ignatius' plans still?
These odds.
Ignatia is forcing me to create a pathway through the below.
How do I stop her?
Too late, Navigator. Open the gates.
How does she have this power?
So, this is how you flee from my grasp time and time again. Most devious. Alas, I've come for different insight. Let us see what my fragment has spied from you.
Do something, Navigator.
Do you hear it, little cursed?
It's mine.
Nobody takes what is mine, Navigator. Unleash!
Piss. Okay, so that's not going to work.
Do you hear it, little cursed? The desperation in your pointless.
I guess that's not going to work.
My will is unbreakable.
What other options do I really have?
Some help, please.
Look at you, flaunting this power you were given, trying to avoid loss and pain.
Try shooting her.
Pointless.
Yep, that doesn't work. I'm not actually sure I can do anything
You
here.
cannot wound me. You cannot stop me. Do you hear it, little cursed?
Okay, let's just let her do her thing.
Desperation in your host's inhuman soul. How easily the ship betrays its weakness. Come, fragment. Grant me the knowledge you have gained.
I guess we still can't
Pointless.
do anything? No.
I see.
Okay.
So Mordecai made you the key. Very well. Stumble through your final tests, pirates. I will await you at the end.
Oh, is that it?
Straight to the point.
I thought you were going to kill us all. Can we come with you?
Pointless.
Okay. I shouldn't have tried.
Do you hear it? I will await
Bye,
you at the
Ignatia.
end.
See you soon.
Why can't I resist the captain's head?
Infuriating to be at the mercy of your power, isn't it? How long I've spent devising rites to counter you, yet in the end, the answer was so simple. Any human soul would have accepted Mordecai's death by now. But not you. You never needed to face grief, loss, pain. Your power has left you defenseless to them.
She's got a point.
Understand now? It's not the semblance of your captain that grants me power over you. It is your inability to let him go. And that is why you will fail.
Sounds like we need a mirror test for Marley. I guess the whole thing is a test for Marley.
She's gone, Navigator.
There was nothing I could do.
I know, Navigator. Return topside.
Let's go.
Come to me, Navigator.
Now
Oh,
we're getting
jeez.
somewhere.
No, we're not. At some point, I've got to draw a line and end this episode. We will pick up next time. We'll converse with Marley. We'll do a crew tale. I believe we'll be starting a new one. And then what? Then maybe we will be doing a DLC mission. I'm not sure. Let's find out next time together. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.